Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here tonight. I'm basically trying to get over my feelings of how I actually feel about Roman Reigns winning the WWE Championship here tonight on Monday Night Raw, beating Sheamus in the main event, even with Vince McMahon at ringside, trying to keep Roman Reigns from winning the title. I was very outspoken about Roman Reigns not winning the championship tonight, basically saying that I didn't care about him, and that's honestly the same way that I still feel about him today. I'm not, going to change my feeling because within 24 hours, WWE has basically decided it was time to make this guy the champion. Honestly, if you think about it, over the period of time of being wrestling fans, when championships are won on big stages such as a pay-per-view or even WrestleMania, they're more glued into your mind of big moments and big times. You don't really remember Game 3 of a World Series as well as you remember the game-clinching Game 4, or, if you're lucky, a Game 7 or something like that. But definitely Vince came back and he wanted to, make Monday Night Raw a big deal. Vince McMahon is, he's gotten a lot older. He doesn't really feel that, older people should be on television that people like to watch. I don't think he really grasps the fact that as wrestling fans, we understand that Vince McMahon is when business picks up. I mean, to me, honestly, when Vince is on TV, it means more than when Brock Lesnar is on television. Vince is probably the biggest superstar in WWE, whether if that was, when he was the chairman, or whether if it was when he was an active competitor going out there. I mean, WrestleMania 26, the match wasn't that great, but there was definite limitations on things that went down around that. But, you think about when Vince came back to fight CM Punk on Monday Night Raw in October of 2013 or whatever that was. I mean, that was a really, really big deal when that happened. And Vince just coming down and having his presence felt on Raw makes Raw be a much big thing. I mean, WWE trends a lot on Twitter, but when Vince McMahon came out, that was a real big deal. Honestly, I was walking out of work, and as I was walking to my car, I read a tweet that had a link at the end, and it didn't say Vince McMahon, but it made something, and I tweeted out, I said, I'm missing something really big right now, aren't I? And I hit the button, and when it loaded up, it was Vince getting out of the limo. And I was like, fuck me. I got to get home, and I got to get home in a hurry because they're turning this Triple H versus Roman Reigns storyline into a big deal. I know that people like me want to see Triple H versus Roman Reigns. I don't know when we're going to see it. It would make a lot of sense for this match to be at WrestleMania, but I think that honestly, they shouldn't take the belt off of Roman Reigns for a long time, no matter what, no matter no matter if the fans just turn on this guy and they start booing him. You're into this. You got to see how long this is going to run. Maybe you can, get him to shake those boo birds off and pull through. Because I think he should hold the belt until at least SummerSlam, if not even longer. Make the run good and long and memorable, with beating a lot of opponents. No matter how bad you stack the deck against him, Roman needs to be the guy that is going to beat everybody and anybody whenever he's get a shot. And maybe the screw job has been used so many times. Maybe you screw this guy somewhere down the line, you get some heat on him, and you build the chase back up for Roman, maybe not longer than a month, maybe 2 months at the most, and he gets the belt back, and you just drive home. Roman Reigns is the guy, Roman Reigns is our champion, and we go from there. But I'm not running out to WWE shop. I'm not buying a Roman Reigns shirt. His championship matches are matches that I honestly don't think are going to be a big deal. I need to see that this guy can win the big one because, before tonight, this guy was basically the Buffalo Bills of the WWE. He lost at Money in the Bank. He lost at Battleground. He lost at WrestleMania. He lost all of the chances. He lost at Survivor Series, even though he won, I guess you can say. He lost at TLC. Every time you put him into a match that meant something, he wasn't able to get it done, and that ended up being what I remember most about him as a storyline character. So, Vince, he is definitely going to more than likely play a part of next Monday's Raw. I can see him being pissed that he got punched in the face, and Vince McMahon coming back for these weeks of television going into Christmas and New Year's is really going to help because of the fact that even though that next week is the Slammies, it's definitely not a big one for him. But I'm not one of those people who said that the guy didn't pay his dues. That was the people that were against him winning the championship at WrestleMania. I wanted Roman to win the title at WrestleMania. What my problem is that WWE wrote a character storyline for this guy that he couldn't win the big one. And now it seems as if WWE is trying to fix its wrongs and give the championship to this guy. And to me, honestly, at this point, Roman Reigns was a great character, but in main event matches, he just lost too many times to make it believable that he could get it done.